to find out, are you feeling right now? Hello guys, channel to our welcome. Hello.
Crazy, so we share all our crazy. And I just want to start talking to you guys like now, but
I know that you have scars, and I know you're far from home, but you're perfect where you are. You don't have to be alone. So give me all your love, diamonds for your trust. Passion lives in us, and I want your heart, I want your heart. They say diamonds are forever.
you gorgeous peeps, what's popping? It's your girl Crazy the Foodie. I go by the name of Present, and yes, I am back with another video. Da-da-da-da. I know I've been gone, but you know, life happens to all of us, and it's 2020. Nothing new under the sun, but I am well. I hope you guys are too. Thank you to everybody that's been subscribing and watching, and you know, having good laughs, leaving comments and sharing the videos and so forth. I truly appreciate it. And yeah, to my returning subscribers, hi, you know what's good. Now guys, let's get straight into this video. Wow. So as you know, I'm your girl who just likes to do things spontaneously. This video was not planned at all. I just felt in my, you know, in my spirit that seeing we are in October and it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and you know, I have a little bit to share regarding that as a person who also suffers from mental health issues. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's dive straight into this video. Please mind you, it's a very safe space. Feel free to share your opinions. Don't be shy. You know, I'm very open to learning a lot from other people as well, and yeah, and just sharing a few of my experiences as well. So let's start by establishing what is mental. Okay, so sisebenzisa Google right now, just to give you a more scientific term without me having to butcher or say anything out of context. So basically, mental health is the level of psychological well-being or an absence of mental illness. It is the state of someone who is functioning at a satisfactory level of emotional and behavioral adjustment, and that is what Wikipedia has for us. And so, as I point out to you, what does mental health mean to you, and what is it to you as you know it, besides the context obviously of what Wikipedia and Google and the doctors have given to us, because I believe that it's far broad and everybody experiences it in different ways. So obviously this is just a medical term that has been obviously summed up for us to sort of understand. Just like everything in the world, nothing is ever really black and white, and everybody gets affected by certain things in certain ways. And that's why I believe, you know, some of these things they don't always work for everybody, because there could be many reasons why a person suffers from a lot of mental illness. And now, like I said, this is just a space of where I'm just going to be sharing a little segment of just a little tink of my mental health issues, and also just to give those who are currently suffering from mental health a little bit of encouragement that they are certainly not alone. So yeah, and maybe you get to know me a little bit in the discussion. As you know, I didn't read anything. I literally just summed it up. For me personally, mental health is very broad, and it could go as far as experiencing depression, experiencing anxiety, ADHD, everything along those lines. Psychosis is one of them. So basically, in essence, it affects our psychological and social well-being. So you'd find that certain people that suffer from mental health have issues when it comes to being social, being in social spaces. They seem to be a little bit different in the social world. Oh, and just a disclaimer, I am not a doctor, so everything I'm sharing is merely based on my own experiences and as well my own knowledge of what mental health is. Okay, so let's start with me. About 2 years ago, the year of 2018, a few years before that, literally I was going through the most. I couldn't really understand who I am. Like, things are happening, but I could feel inside, which no, man, I'm not myself, I'm always sad, I'm always triggered, I'm always anxious, I just really didn't feel myself. I will withdraw from people and not want to be around people because I just wanted to be alone, be one with my thoughts. And boy, am I not an overthinker. So that didn't help in essence. So I'd overthink every single thing, every single situation, and obviously starting to create certain scenarios in my head, a lot of panic attacks, anxiety attacks. It's just like from the minimalist things. Like I'd be sitting probably just overthinking about a lot of things, and then boom, it happens and I go out of breath. I lose appetite. So like, it's so weird. Appetite last year, the appetite came. I know some people when they are very in a depressive state, they would find comfort in food. As a foodie myself, like in that state of depression and so forth, it's me and food are not friends, and I end up becoming, already I'm a very small boned I'm a very slender girl, so can you imagine me already being slender and also not eating, and then I just become very, very skinny, like proper skinny, like sick kind of skinny, not healthy, and which is a result of not having anything to eat. Nonetheless, let me not dig too deep. So with all of that being said, 2 years ago, that's when it proper hit. Like, everything was just a mess in my headspace per se. Everything else around me seemed to be going fine in terms of work, relationships, not so much. But yeah, I just backtracking in like 2017. I did a course to be a lay counselor at church, and in the practices of our courses, they basically break us in the midst of it. So you yourself are being counseled, to sort of go through undergoing some healing as well before you can, heal the next person. Right after I sort of like graduated, if you want to call graduating, I fell apart. I wasn't eating, I wasn't focusing, I was still doing my work, funny enough. But I guess also that was just one of the things that kept me going, because I sort of used work as a distraction because I'm such a workaholic. So once I find something that I'm doing, I will hide everything else that I'm experiencing behind my work. So and then I just crashed. So I called my doctor, booked an appointment because I couldn't understand what was going on with me, and she ran some tests and we did medical tests. They couldn't find anything wrong with me, but I'm like, all my results came back clear, which resulted in her to resorting to me being depressed, and she put me on antidepressants for 3 months, of which I did not do that. And listen, this is just my story. If your doctors have prescribed certain medication, please do it. For me, in my sense, I am not like a fan of medicine, and like, yeah, like I just don't like taking things, on a regular. So I took my antidepressants for like 7 months. Get a 7 months for 7 days, and I felt like they were making me worse. So it does happen because sometimes the medication and you don't. Okay, but nonetheless, yeah, so I decided to take it upon me to find other ways to sort of heal this depression that I've been diagnosed with. So I resorted to dive deeper into my makeup of God. So I got very involved in church. Like, yeah, I wanted to be in a space of, it just felt right. And then I would do a lot of hikings, a lot of outdoorsy things, a lot of fun adventure things, which sort of like brought back my spirit. It took a while, but I was getting there. So I thought, okay, now this is turning into a story time. I'm not doing a story time and I don't want it to turn into that. I just really wanted to actually dive in, just give you a little background story that I am aware of what mental health is, and I've experienced it and still experience it, because now I'm not depressed, no, but anxious. I do suffer from a lot of anxiety, but obviously that's also I'm dealing with that in my own ways. So yeah, basically guys, what I want to say is, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your mental health. Your mental health is so important. Like, even the discussions I have with close families and friends is, I always tell them, your mental health is very important, and you need to protect your peace and your energy at all costs. And I believe there's a lot to unpack when we discussing mental health. And my one thing, okay, I'll do a continuous video because I don't want to keep this too long, but my main thing is protecting your peace and protecting your energy. That's what I want to talk about today, that it is so vital that you pull yourself away from all the things that trigger you, that affect your mental health issues, you know what I mean? And sometimes it can be family, sometimes it's the friends that you have around you. We don't notice these things until boom, bam, everything is like eventually falling apart, and you start to see things for the way they are. Because in most cases, like me being a person, I hold a lot of things inside, and I don't want to talk about them, and I don't want to face my problems head on. So yeah, man, that's the advice I'll give. If you start to see yourself going into a very depressive kind of state, feeling anxious, pay attention to your surroundings. Take a moment just to meditate, however meditation looks for you, and just sort of reflect to every time you start to feel a certain way, what is it that triggers you? Because if you're going to allow yourself to be in the space of whatever is constantly hurting you, then honey, you're not going to move past, you're not going to heal the way that you should. So in essence, take a moment to reflect on your life properly and be honest with yourself. I think the hardest part about this is being honest, and just really be truly honest about confronting your feelings, because that's where healing begins, you know. I'm not shy to it. Like I was forever running away from problems, experiencing conflict. Like I'm not a confrontational person, so it's so difficult for me to confront situations or go at people and be like, hey, when you hurt me. So even if the people around me, whoever that may be, may hurt me, I would still keep it inside and not express that. And then I end up taking and carrying the guilt of that hurt, and on top of that, I'm already in my own pain after the person's hurt, and I'm still carrying that person's hurt because I want to justify why they hurt me. I'm like, no, maybe it's because I did 1, 2, 3, maybe because you know, am I making sense? Like I said, this is very spontaneous and I was just just to share. So if it's a bit all over the place, I do apologize, but I am going to do a part 2 where we can properly unpack. I will be prepared. I need to be prepared because it's a very heavy topic, and even in sharing my experiences, I don't want to mislead anybody in the same light, you know. So yeah, but just that little piece, guys, it's very vital to really protect your peace, protect your energy, so that you can start your journey of healing past depression, anxiety, and so forth and so forth. And it's a everyday thing. It's something that you constantly need to do. I'm telling you, this is something I've experienced, you know, and it's heavy. I know very well it's heavy, and the deeper we go into our discussions, you'll start to see how actually heavy it is. But it's okay. I mean, yin yang, where there's good there's bad, where there is a problem there is a solution. So you know, you don't always have to be in the dark. But yeah, let's just call this a little introduction to our mini series. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing this. Maybe I'll do a couple of episodes and I'll fully prepare myself on the things that I know, especially undergoing play counseling. So I have a bit of some actual knowledge on those kind of things. So yeah, man. So in our next episode, I'm not sure when that's going to be, but it will definitely, because I want to unpack so much and this is a very close topic to my heart, I really want to go into it. But yeah, this is just to let you know that your girl is good. I'm back, and yeah, man, let us tackle this month with courage, bravery. Let us be fearless, and we can overcome anything. You can overcome anything, you know. I always believe that everything is seasonal, just like winter comes, spring comes, you know, and so forth. Nothing lasts forever. So yeah, man, I'm just excited to have these few discussions and also learn from you, and you guys can just drop a few things you'd like to share that maybe I can share in the next and that I can share in the next video. But nonetheless, I hope you guys sort of are like ready, like, you know, ready to talk about these things and properly unpack. And maybe this is just a stepping stone to your healing as well. And also, I just want you guys to be comforted that you are not alone, you are not going crazy. Everything takes time and you will definitely overcome. Yeah, lots of love, lots of light. Yeah man, see you guys in my next video. And I know guys, I owe you guys a giveaway. It's just, I don't know, I'll think about it. I have to think about it because I owe you guys. And yeah, much love guys, take care of yourselves. I'll see you later.